Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, world. This is the man from Buzzwalk, JahBunny, better known as the Badass. And today, I'm gonna chit-chat with you, whosoever is there in cyberspace with me. Now, first, I would like to pay my respect to the Zulu warrior, the Shaka, who passed away this week, sadly. There is a lot that I would like to say in paying my tribute to the Shaka, but I'm gonna keep on my mouth for now. Yeah, I'll keep on my mouth for now and make all the Johnny come lately jump up in it and get whatever fame they want to get. You see, Shaka, the relationship with me and Shaka is a very unique one. I have known Shaka from the first night that I set foot in this country. And I have maintained that relationship with Shaka. Very unique. No one would even dream the relationship that exists between me and the Shaka. So I would like to talk about a few things. I would like to talk about myself back in the days, 1970s, what my function was. For example, everybody else in the team was musician, play off instrument, and do different things in regard to the music business. As I have stated before, I have never stressed out my hands to any musician in terms of aid to survive. But what I didn't state is that back in those days, it would be nothing for any musician, including Bob Marley, to actually give me the master to go and cut dub plate. Dub plate business back then was my business as a part of the crew. You see, back then in the 70s, the contract with the artist was between the producer and them, vice related as opposed to rhythm related. So it would be nothing for Peter, Bob, Gregory, Dennis, Juno Delgado, Sugar, any artist to say us. So the master, yeah, go and go hustle. Meaning that I would go and sell dub plate. Dub plate back then, as I said, it's not like what you're seeing going on here today where artists run off their mouth and talk all kind of shit about sound and sound man. Back then, dub plate is you take the master to the studio and mix off the rhythm and dub. So there is quite a few dub out there that was mixed by High in John's studio. As a matter of fact, a lot of people get tied up back in the days as a result of dub plate business. I'm not going to name anybody now because I'm not trying to embarrass anybody in the business, but a lot of people get tied up for hoeing dub plate business money. That is as far as I will say on the dub plate business. I told you all that while I was in South Africa, 3 people used to supply me with music. And that was the Beast, Lego Beast, Jashaka, and our next Ras, I heard he's in Africa now, named Wally Dread. Yeah, that's a name out of the blue now. Nobody will know who Wally Dread is. I think the only person will know who Wally Dread is people like Lego Beast. As a matter of fact, the last time I see Wally Dread was a number of years ago in Body Music in Seven Sister. So it is safe to say that Fitzroy will know who Wally is. But these are the men that actually supply I with rhythm for the sound African love in South Africa. It is sad, but I always said this, and my love for Twinkle Brother is from the selection that was given to me by Shaka. Because some of the real revolutionary Zulu music is Twinkle Brothers that do them, as far as I am concerned. This is why I rate. Not that I don't rate other artists, but it's my story, and I will be telling you what I hold dearly. I, at some point, will go in depth of my relationship with Jashaka. I respect and honor the relationship that I have personally with the Zulu warrior. All I can do is smile. It's all we do when we see each other. There's a look. Shaka is always amazed that I'm still around. Yeah. And I can see that on Shaka's face every time I see him. It's like, of all the brethren that was in that team, how badass, how How are you still be here? That's the look that Shaka give me all the time. I have told it Shaka quite a few times. As a matter of fact, me and my family have told it Shaka. That's how deep me and Shaka relationship is. Now, as you know, I'm still on the Asian Council platform, even though I have been kibbering my mouth and try not to say anything to offend anyone on the platform. I've kept my mouth shut. There is a lot that goes on that platform, and I've keep learning things. And one of the things that I have been learning on this platform is that Nyabingi, as we know it, becomes a multicultural affair today. I listened to June Anigos last night. I am not going to play the audio. And the reason why I'm not going to play the audio, because I'm embarrassed. Yes, I am embarrassed to what June Anigos had us to say. Not that it is anything bad, but I'm embarrassed still. I'm embarrassed from the angle that the whole council have turned against he, because of my refusal to go Malax. The whole council have turned against I because of the things that I've been uttering. But while the council have been turned against I have revealed recently that Bob Marley was a man just like I, who go and works and rob people things and take what people things just like I. Because those were the days when it was fashionable to do these things. And then only to learn now that a lot of these elders that we are holding in high esteem also went and works. Ganja works. They were also ganja smugglers, a lot of these elders. So I thought I was the only one that do certain things. I'm embarrassed to know that Down to Bongo Water was a ganja smuggler too. Lawbreaker like myself. So it seems that some people that like to give some people a pass while holding me to high scrutiny. There's a lot of things that I've learned. I've learned that Empress Memin, who every woman a hold up themselves as them equal and trying to be like their empress, I have heard and come to learn that that when Haile Selassie took her as his queen, she was already taken by an ex-man. So she was a second hand. You know, I have to call things how I see it, you know. How I see it, you know. Say if we don't want to get no feelings, I don't want to vex. But me can't hold no second hand as no empress. Yeah, cause like me tell you, say me no follow people, you know. Me no follow man, you know. So no man can't come set nothing for me follow, you know. And this thing when me do not need to say that piss me off again is do not need to make it clear that the Asian Council now in some era is being run by white man and white woman and all these people. So it's like the whole Rasta affair get taken over by white people, and now it's white people actually a direct we as to what we can do and what we can't do. Now, if you can recall, from day one, I have declared it's us and them. So now I see why some people on this platform would have fight I. Because when I kiss up and suck up under certain people where you know JahBunny depend that. So when you look upon it now you know why Rastafari is stagnated. Because in every quarters, every era, every platform, you have multiculturalism that is running, and the people that is somehow we have to now keep our mouth when we are dealing with certain people and can't actually express our true feelings because of the presence of other people that we don't want to get or embarrass them. So I JahBunny stand alone. Yeah. Now I look no friend. Now you find that most Rasta, when them talk, now them have to talk universal. I mean, they're now getting at certain things here because it don't make no sense. I mean, I make no one run me out of Rasta, especially them. I mean, I pray with them. I mean, I join with them. So this is where you find Rasta can't move, Rasta can't go nowhere because them now bag we down and tie we down and attach themselves to us. Me hear what June and Ego say. Now, before I go, I want to touch up on all JahBunny. Because in Zimbabwe, JahBunny is JahBunny. In South Africa, I use JahBunny. But now you in London, the flyer say Trevor Hall. So I don't know who me I deal with now, because Trevor there England and JahBunny there England. I met with JahBunny this week. I think it's around Monday or Tuesday. I get a call from JahBunny. And I went and sit in for a couple of hours with JahBunny. And JahBunny tell me that he would need my assistant to put on an African Liberation Day program. I assure the brethren say, whatever assistant I can give to him, I would give it to him, but I don't believe in an African Liberation Day program because nowhere in Africa have we been liberated. So therefore, me can't get with no program with no strength when there is no African country that is liberated today. The brethren asked me for certain brethren contact detail, which I gladly give to him. As a matter of fact, I call the brethren and let him speak to the brethren them and then pass the number on. Today I receive an advert that he and these brethren is doing a program come the end of this month. I find this very strange that how Rasta have this very conniving, secretive type of approach amongst each other. So it's like the way the vibration is like this mistrust amongst each other is far and, Because now, I don't even think I want to go and support that. Because these brethren is not real. None of these brethren we see are put forward themselves as leaders and representatives is real. And that's why them can't reach nowhere and not gone away. And like I said to myself, I will not allow any of these men to form anything that I would be a part of. And for that, I can't stand down and, I will just keep telling my story. Because my story should be told that the young generation of us can learn that nobody will ever and should never mislead you. Yeah. Like I said, I'm grieving at the moment for my brethren Jashaka. Yeah, I am. You know, I think it was Thursday morning. Yeah, Thursday morning, I was reasoning with a brethren. And the brethren said to I, when I bring up the name Jashaka, the brethren said to I, Shaka have abandoned us. And I had also check this brethren, make him know, say, no, Shaka didn't abandon us. Shaka extend his music business. And his music business was followed widely by them, other people. And that is music business. And I point out to the brethren that if Shaka didn't expand his business on that level, today Shaka would be nobody. Because if Shaka didn't have that following, who in the black community would be following Shaka today? So there's a thing where if you do, you're done, and if you're down, because most people today is jealous of Shaka because they were not able to accomplish uncompromisingly what Shaka accomplished. The good thing about it, whenever I hear that Shaka is playing anywhere, and I call Shaka, say, Shaka, I need for come take a sip off of the warrior. Shaka reply to me would be, who you coming with? And my reply always, the entire family. Yeah. I have always attended Shaka with my entire family. And the beauty about it, when I go to these venues where Shaka play, it is always filled with them. But I've never made the atmosphere bother me in terms of being around them. Because when I go in a Shaka venue, my recollection is always the vibration from the first night when I set foot in Phoebe's. I want you all to know that it was me who introduced Bob Marley to Shaka in the Phoebe's Club. It was I who took Bob Marley to Phoebes when he met the Zulu warrior. So that's why when I speak, you know, I'm not speaking with no animosity, because I knew, only I know. If I don't tell you all these things, I mean, how would you all know these things? Like I said, I'm gonna give you a prep one of these days after Master Tape and Babylon by Boss. I notice the world is silent on that, but I'm waiting for a special camera to take the pictures vividly so you can see the master once and for all. But like I said, if and when the time is right, I will do my tribute to the Shaka. I don't know if I'll be able to do a musical one, because today we have to be very mindful what we play, how we play it, because them people have owned everything that Rasta. We need permission even to play. We need permission even to speak. Soon somebody will own my voice, own what I am thinking. I will need permission. Somebody's there squatting to own every word that I utter. But until such time, him live, you know. Him live. Respect goes out to the young Shaka. Respect goes out to Marlon. To young warrior. Yeah. And that coming from your uncles. Yeah. Marlon and Shaka Zulu Jonah. You know, so much things to say. But I just don't want to rumble along anymore. So until such time, stand firm.